My most amazing and awesome artists. Today we're going to be playing a drawing game. This drawing game tests your knowledge of contour lines. Now, contour lines are the most important lines of your face. It's probably not how you're used to drawing. That is not contour lines. Contour lines are when you take something, say, like your eyes, instead of drawing circles, you're drawing the real outlines of them. They're really in the shape of an ellipse. Yes, there's a circle inside for the iris and the pupil, but you really want to focus on the real shapes. They're organic shapes. They're not geometric. Nobody's face is a circle. Nobody's eyes are circles. Nobody's eyebrows are just arches. They're all 3D shapes. And we're going to try to do that with the contour lines to show exactly how those things are in real life. It's slow moving to try to get the real shapes and outlines. Contour lines are like a coloring book. It's only the most important outlines. Nothing sketchy, no back and forth lines. Let's test your knowledge here and see if you know what contour lines are. Here we go. You think that the drawing is contour? Give a thumbs up. If it's not, give a thumbs down. All right, artists, now it's time to start the real game with real rules that you are going to be doing today on your papers. Now, rule number 1 is don't touch the mirrors. You should already know that my mirrors break very easily and they were very expensive, so please don't touch them. Rule number 2 is you are going to be drawing a self-portrait looking only in the mirror and nowhere else but the mirror. Your eyes should be locked on nothing but yourself because you're drawing from observation. You are not able to look at your paper. Now, to help us, because I think that everybody needs a little help and might cheat if we don't use them, you're going to have a drawing shield. The shield is responsible for shielding yourself from cheating by looking at your paper. Yes, you have to use the drawing shield when you are drawing your self-portrait. That way, we don't have any cheating going on. The shield will help you concentrate on only the mirror and not look down at your paper. I know that's something that you're not used to doing. Step number 4, rule number 4, is you cannot pick up your drawing tool, which in this case might be a pen, until you're finished with your self-portrait. What? That means that it's only going to be one continuous line. Yes, your entire self-portrait is going to be one line. And you can't look until you're finished with that line. So here's how this works. I'm going to be working in my sketchbook on a blank piece of paper, holding it vertically so that I can work on my portrait and fit as much as my face in there. Now, my contour of my face is the most important parts. So I'm going to start at somewhere inside my face, like my eyebrow. When I start on the inside, that makes it so that I don't have to worry about fitting my entire face in the face shape. So I start on the inside. Now make sure you're staring in the mirror. The only reason I'm not using the shield is so that you can see it in the video. But you'll notice I do not take my eyes off the mirror. I am doing nothing but staring at myself until I'm finished. And bam, my beautiful masterpiece. I'm going to have to try this again until I get more practice. But as long as it's one line, as long as you've got eyes, nose, mouth, eyebrows, and maybe even ears, and if your hairline, if you want, and your neck, then you're good to go. If you've got the most important parts of your face, that means that you did it. This is a drawing challenge. Yes, it's tricky. You have to use the shield to get practice with it, and it's meant to be silly, so please make sure that you don't get frustrated with yourself. It's meant to be fun, it's meant to be a challenge, and it's not meant to frustrate you. There's no way to fail this as long as you're trying your best today. Make sure that you are working very slowly in the mirror, making sure that you're coordinating what your hand is doing with your eyes. I know you can't really see what I'm looking at right now because my mirror wasn't adjusted well, but I'm staring in the mirror and pretending like my pen is moving along my face. coordinating what my hand is doing with what my eye is looking at. Hand-eye coordination is actually super important in sports. The more practice you get with hand-eye coordination, the better you'll be at sports. So that means that yes, drawing can help you in sports. If you're able to train your eye to go to do what your hand is doing, train your hand to follow where your eye's looking, then bam, you'll be better at sports like baseball, basketball, soccer, football, hockey, pretty much any sport with a goal that you can think of. When you're playing that sport, your eye is on the prize, meaning where you want the ball to go. So if I'm playing basketball, I'm going to be looking at the backboard on the square to make sure that my hand follows my eye and it goes right into that spot. If I wasn't looking there, I wouldn't throw it in the right place. So the same thing with my hand is true. Once I get enough practice, then I can work with a Sharpie. The only reason, again, that I'm not using my shield is so that you can see what I'm doing. I'm working on a big piece of paper only after I've gotten tons of practice in my sketchbook. This might not happen for you today. If you check with me and I see that you're really getting the hang of it and not making any Squidward noses or cartoony eyes, then I will give you this large piece of paper and you can work with the Sharpie inside of your drawing shield to draw as many continuous blind contours. This is called blind contour because you can't look at your paper. You're looking at yourself and observing. It is called a continuous line drawing because it is all one continuous line. You can't pick up your pencil or your pen or your Sharpie. I'll know if you're cheating if you have a disconnect between your eyes, your nose, and your mouth. If you don't have a line that connects you to all of those, like a maze, then I'm going to know that you picked up that pen or that you were looking. So please make sure that you're just trying to follow the rules of the game, and I'll know that you were really trying your best. It's okay if it doesn't look like this today. It's going to take some practice. And even so, it's silly. You can try drawing your friend if you want. It's totally up to you. Get some practice in your sketchbook with these drawing shields and just have fun with it. All right, artists, let's see how you do on this game. Are you up to the challenge?